in your child's pose.
We're going to continue bringing attention to your breath. And remember, if having hips up higher feels best, keep your hips a little higher. We are focusing on our breath. So you have your inhale right into your back rib cage. Exhale, you release your breath all the way out. We are taking one more full inhale. Full exhale, release it out. If you have your block by you, you can set it to the side as we get ready to walk our hands off to the right for a little side stretch. Start walking your hands to the center and off to the left. We do this one more time as you walk your hands to the center, off to the right. Think stretch down the side of your body. Walk your hands to the center. And now you walk your hands to the left. One more time, big stretch down the side. Bring yourself back to center. Give yourself one more long stretch in your child's pose. Start bringing yourself to your hands and your knees. We're going to stretch our wrists to start. Fingertips can go out a little bit off to the side. See how they feel. Maybe they go directly to the side. And take little baby movements and see where the stretch is best as you take your fingertips, possibly all the way pointing towards your knees. Start gently releasing your hands back to the front. We're going to take the top of one hand towards the mat for your stretch. And now switch, take it to the other side. Both your hands meet on the mat, wrist under shoulders. Just make sure your elbows are a little bit soft. If we hyperextend, we take a lot of weight in our wrists. So elbows stay soft. It is your cow cat. Cow is an inhale, lift your collarbone, your chest. Cat is an exhale, top of the head, tailbone drops down. With your inhale, you lift, open. With your exhale, you round, release. Take two more at your pace. To reach your right arm out to the side and thread the needle. Bring your arm under. As you thread the needle here, if you like to use your block for your head, feel free to do that. The arm would come under. Option is to reach your top hand. And then if you're feeling good today and you want to take whichever arm is extended out, take that leg, press back, give yourself a little bit more of a twist through your shoulders, but this is for your spine as well. You would slide your leg back in, bring yourself to all fours, and get ready to take it to the other side. Left fingertips reach out. Thread the needle as you take the arm under. Once you have that, you have the option. Reach your arm to the top. And maybe you choose to reach your leg out behind. You can slide your leg in, bring yourself back to all fours. We're doing this one more time. Right arm reaches out. Thread the needle. And we're going to add our leg out to the side. So you're going to add a little bit of an inner thigh stretch. Then you always have the option to take the arm out to the front, but you might be more comfortable, especially if you're up a little higher, keeping the arm closer. And try to see if you can let your hips relax a little so you get a nice inner thigh stretch. We bring ourselves up and we are going to take it off to the other side. Arm comes out, you start by threading the needle. Once you're set up here, you would take your leg out to the side, add a nice stretch for the inner thigh on the other side. Arm can always reach out if that feels good for you. We start bringing ourselves back up to center. Let's take our Sphinx pose here. You're going to slide all the way down. Bring your elbows under your shoulders. Reach from the top of the head through your toes. Feel the length. Nice inhale as you lengthen. Exhale. Reach, reach. Now we're going to take our right arm, reach it out to the side. We're going to add, the left hand can come by your rib cage. Bend the left leg and add a little twist right here. So we're going to start a little more stretch this time for the front of the shoulder, the front of the chest, and then wherever your leg goes. So maybe you can walk it all the way towards. Start bringing yourself back to center. We are taking it over to the other side. So the left arm would reach out to the side. You would start lifting the right leg. Add your twist. And then again, maybe you make little adjustments. You reach your toes further back, further up. Wherever it works for you. Bring yourself back to center. Here comes your Sphinx pose, elbows under shoulders. And then there's your reach, reach, reach through the top of your head. Release yourself down. We meet in all fours as we get ready to take our low lunge. Let's start by taking our right foot to the front. Set up in 90-90. Back toes can tuck under. Once you have that, fingertips to reach up. And think posture here, back of the head, tailbones in the same line. The length is through your waistline. Let's add a gentle twist towards your right leg. Reach your fingertips up. Now we're gonna slide back for a hamstring stretch of our front leg. Now you might be able to slide all the way back. Toes would come up. Now to make sure you get this stretch, make sure you're keeping your hips level as you sit back and add the stretch for the back of the leg. Feel free to use your block if you like to use your block. Bring yourself up. We are going to switch sides. However you want to get the left leg coming to the front. Tuck the back toes. Fingertips to reach up. Here comes the length through the waistline. We start adding our twist towards the front leg. Arms can come down. We stay tall. Be aware of what's happening through the top of your head. Fingertips reach up. Let your arms come down. Here comes your hamstring stretch. We're going to straighten our front leg. Hips slide back. And take it wherever it works for you. So I know a lot of people can take it really low going back. So it is what works for your body as you take your hamstring stretch. We bring ourselves back through onto all fours. So take the leg behind. We're meeting in our first downward dog. Ground your hands down on the mat, fingertips spread apart. See if you can keep your middle finger pointing straight ahead. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Adjust the length of your downward dog where it feels good for you. Bend both your knees as you press your hips back. Feel your breath come into your back rib cage. As you exhale, heels can come down, straighten your legs. Now lift your heels up. Tailbone is going towards the ceiling. Shift your weight back. Let your heels come towards your mat. Come into your stretch right here. If bent knees feels better, you're going to keep your knees bent, or you can straighten them out. I am adding a stretch for our calves here. You can take your right foot to the center of your mat, take the left, and you're taking your big toe, middle toe around your Achilles tendon, the back of your ankle, and adding a little extra stretch for your lower leg. Release this side. We take it to the other side, leg can go to the center, and then gently add a little extra stretch for your lower leg. Release here, come back into your downward dog, whichever version is working best for you. And now we step, walk to the top of our mat, halfway lift, forward fold, ground into your feet, reach all the way up, hands come to heart center. Here comes an inhale, reach up. Open cactus arms, lift your chest. Inhale, reach up. Hands, heart center. We do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Cactus arms, exhale. Reach up, inhale. Hands, heart center. Here's your inhale, reach up. Open cactus arms. Inhale up. Now forward fold. Take your hinge, soften your knees, feel the length all the way through the top of your head. That means your neck relaxes down. With your inhale, halfway lift. Open your chest, forward fold, reach all the way up to standing, hands, heart center. We're practicing our tree pose here. Stand on your right foot. You can choose your kickstand. You can choose low, or you can choose high. Once you have your feet where you want them, your hands can come out to the side. They can reach up. Check in with your breath. Arms release. Legs release. Give yourself a little shake. We have the other side. Standing on your foot, stand tall. Kickstand, one option. Lower leg. Feel free to bring it all the way up to the inside of your thigh if that's where you want to practice today. Arms can open. You can use prayer as your fingertips reach all the way up. Take one more breath. Arms would relax. Legs relax. Give yourself a little shake. We're going to be going through vinyasa. Have your block ready. We're adding our low lunge with our twist. You reach up, inhale. Forward fold is your exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. Fingertips towards the mat, left leg steps back. It's a low lunge. So this is the one with our back knee up. Lock hand if you like to use it. If you don't use it, that's great. You can set your hand right down on the mat. You want to feel the length through the top of your head. Once you're long through your spine, add your twist. Fingertips can reach up. Just check to see, did you keep your right foot completely grounding? Can you feel the ball of the big toe pressing down into your mat? Release your hand down. Let your knee come to the mat. You're going to bring yourself up into, you're on one knee. We're going to reach back. Get a long lengthen here. If it feels okay, slide your right leg out. You're taking a long stretch down the side of your body. And then you bring yourself up. Take it off the other side. There's your reach, reach, reach. Bring yourself back up. We're going to take ourselves through into a plank pose. Toes or knees, wherever it works best for you. Lift your hips, downward dog, press back. Plank pose, slide forward. Downward dog, think lift your hips with your core as you come up. Press back. Plank pose as you slide forward. Here comes, lift your hips, downward dog. Hold your downward dog. Connect with your breath. It is diaphragm, ribs, chest. At the end of the breath, you can step, walk to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach all the way up to standing. Hands, heart center. We get ready to take this on the other side. Reach up, inhale. Forward fold is your exhale. Halfway lift. Fingertips are to your mat. Right leg steps back. It's your low lunge. Have your block ready if you like to use your block. Long lengthening through your hip. Really reach through the top of your head. When you're ready, you would add your twist. Fingertips can reach up. So think pressing down through the left foot. Strong back leg engaged. Release your fingertips down. Let the knee come down. We're coming into our stretch right here. You can set yourself up as you reach back, as long as it feels good, straighten the front leg. Add the reach, lengthening. Bring it up over to the other side. Bring yourself up. We're meeting in our plank pose. Bring yourself through. Meet in your plank. We are going to take this to our low plank. Coming down to your elbows, I use my knees to get there. It is going to be our dolphin. So set yourself up, forearms are down, get really strong. We are going to keep our feet a little further away today. You would lift your hips into your dolphin. And from our dolphin, we're going to slide into a low plank. So you might need to adjust your feet, get the length, hips come up. It's a dolphin as you press back, low plank as you slide forward. Here's the lift the hips. Dolphin. Low plank as you slide forward. Here comes. Press back. This time stay lifted. We're going to walk our feet in a little closer. How does it feel? Can you walk your feet a little closer as you lift your hips up higher, higher? Take one more breath. Knees can soften. We are going to come right onto our front side. You can stretch your legs out behind. You're coming onto your bellies. It is our locust pose. Let your fingertips reach towards your toes. Feet can stay down on the mat, or they can lift as you lift the upper body. You would lift the lower body. Give yourself a big stretch. Lift, 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 upper back. Legs, it's an option. You can always keep them down on the floor. Gently release down. Meet in a child's pose. Give yourself your stretch here. From your child's pose, we're going into our downward dog. Set yourself up for your downward dog. Take your full inhale, diaphragm, ribs, chest. Full exhale. From here, we step, walk to the top of our mat. When you get there, it is a halfway lift. Feet are grounding into the mat. Add your halfway lift. There's the length through the top of your head. Forward fold. Gently release. Head, neck is down. Ground into your feet. Stand all the way up. We bring our hands to heart center. We're going to grab our blocks right here. We're using our block. I'll be facing you so you can see what I'm doing. Warrior one, our right leg stays to the front. Left leg steps back. From there, we're going to take our arms, reach up. The idea is the block is between our hands. Your front knee is bent in your warrior one, and we are pressing our palms into our block. At the same time, our shoulders are sliding down our back. From here, we're bringing our block down behind our back. You're going to feel some length here. And take a humble warrior. You're coming inside your front leg. And we're going to keep pressing into our block. Now we are trying to keep our elbows straight. You are trying to press into your block. Take one more breath. Block can come down to the floor in front of your feet. High, medium, or low, it is a standing split. Press off the back foot. Add the lift of the back leg. Now, if you want to point your toes and open your hips, feel free to do that. You can also let yourself come a little further forward. This is balancing. If you want to challenge yourself, you start bringing one hand towards your ankle. You might try taking the other hand towards your ankle. Hands can come in closer. The goal is to bring both your hands towards your ankle. We meet with our foot coming down on the floor. Keep your block handy. You're going to bring it with you on the way up. Take it between your thighs, and we take a chair pose as your hips slide back. Hold your chair pose. You're squeezing your thighs together. Arms are to the front, but if that bothers your back at any point, you would open them up to cactus or even keep them at heart center. And then check to see, are you squeezing? Are you sitting back? Take one more breath. Take your block with you. You can stand all the way up as we get ready to take our warrior one. Left foot to the front. Right foot steps back. Hands reach up. There's your warrior one. So we press our palms into our block. We want our shoulders coming down our back. We're still engaged through our front leg and our rib cage. If they popped and they arched, can you bring your rib cage in a little snugger? Stay connected with your breath. Take one more. Block is coming down behind your back. And now if you're one of the people that can hold it where it's medium, small, take it. Doesn't work for me, but challenge yourself. Take it where it works for you. So if you can take your block closer, where you're in one of, rather than here, you could take it here or even here. Choose one of those versions. We're coming into our humble warrior. You're bending, coming forward, lifting your block. Keep pressing into your block. Neck is relaxing. You can bring your block down towards the front. It is going to be your standing splits. Press off the back foot. Use your block if you like to use your block. Otherwise, leg is going up. You challenge your balance. One hand can come towards your ankle. Maybe both hands come towards the ankle. Keep lifting, lifting. Bring your foot down. It is chair pose with the block. So when you come up, take your block, slide it between your thighs, slide back into your chair pose. And again, maybe you're here, maybe you're here. We're going to stay with our breath. Feel your inhale. Feel your exhale. Can you take it a little lower? It is inhale up. Exhale. Take one more. Stand all the way up. You can take your block, set it off to the side. We're going through a vinyasa here. It is your inhale, reach up. Feel the length, get long. Forward fold. Knees can soften. Feel the length down through the top of your head. Halfway lift. Press your palms into your shins. Get long through your spine. Hands are to your mat. Step into your plank. Hold your plank here. Downward dog. Lift your hips. Press back. Option. Three-legged dog. Lift the leg and slide into your plank. Take a pause. Lift up. Downward dog. Three legs. Set the right leg down. Lift the left leg. Here comes your slide forward. There's your plank. You can always set the foot down if you prefer. Hold your pose. Lift back up here. Release the left foot towards the mat. And now we step, walk to the top of your mat. Meet in your halfway lift. Pressing your palms into your shins, get long. Forward fold. Now reach all the way up to standing. Hands, heart center. It is your warrior two pose. Keep the right foot to the front, step your left foot back. Give yourself a long opening here in your warrior two. Shoulders relax. Palms can be to the front. If that lets your shoulders slide down your back, palms can be down if that feels better. Stay with your breath. Extended side angle. Bring your forearm to your thigh. Reach your back arm. Feel the length here. Now, bottom rib cage comes forward. Bottom arm goes down straight. Let's take the hand behind our head. Elbow stays towards the ceiling. Straighten the front leg. It's a modified triangle. We're going to keep our elbow towards the ceiling as you lift. With your inhale, bring yourself all the way up. We're taking it all the way over to the left side. Take your left warrior two, bend the front knee. That would be your left knee. Fingertips are reaching side to side. Options, thumbs up or palms down. Gaze is over the front fingertips. Check in with your breath. You're still breathing. Diaphragm, ribs, chest. Feel your full exhale as you release the breath to the bottom of your belly. Extended side angle. Bring your forearm to your thigh. Take the back arm, reach, lengthen. Bottom rib cage comes forward. That adds a little bit more twist. Hand is coming behind your head. Elbow is towards the ceiling. Bottom arm goes straight. Leg straightens. You're in a modified triangle as you open up right here. Check in with your breath. With your inhale, soften the front knee, bring yourself up. Let your toes point straight ahead. Hands are coming to your hips. It's our forward fold. Inhale, lift your chest. Forward fold is your exhale. Hands can come to your mat. You can use your block if you like to use your block. Stay halfway up. It is wherever it feels best for you. If you have your hands all the way on the mat, you would bring them in line with your feet. Palms are flat, and then your elbows go straight towards the back wall as well. Once you're there, you check your weight. If you're leaning back into your heels, you level it so you're in both the heels and the balls of the feet. Your toes can be soft as you hold the pose here. With your inhale, you bring yourself halfway up. Take a breath here to avoid getting dizzy. Make sure your knees are soft. Hands are coming to your waist. You bring yourself all the way up, and you're going to take your feet in and together as you step all the way up. Now we're going to practice our eagle pose here. If you would like to use your block, use your block. Options. Start with your feet. Chair pose. You can keep both your feet down on the floor. Ground into the right foot. Next option, you take the left foot in front. You can keep your toes down. You can start lifting the leg up. If you are a person that can wrap your toes around your calf, you would take the wrap. Once you have that, take your right arm, hug yourself. It's on the bottom. Arms, fingertips can go up towards the ceiling. In your whole twist, it is your eagle pose here. You would sink your hips a little deeper. Keep squeezing your thighs together. Stay with your breath. And now with your inhale, reach all the way up. Feel your length right here. We're coming back into our chair pose. We have the other side to go. Remember your options. Both feet stay on the floor as you take your chair. Foot comes around. That would be toes down. Lift, wrap. Left arm is on the bottom as you take your arms. The hug might be perfect, or you take a full wrap here. Check in with your breath. Sink a little deeper through your hips. Now with your inhale, you bring yourself all the way up. Give yourself a nice stretch. Fingertips, hands come to your heart center as we get ready to take it to the floor for our vinyasa. Take a nice inhale, reach up. Forward fold is your exhale. Take an extra breath here as you let the top of your head relax down. Knees can always soften. Halfway lift. Press your hands into your shins. Get long through the top of your head. Bring your hands to the mat. Step your feet back. It is your plank pose here. Hold your plank. And now we gently take our plank all the way to the floor. Bringing yourself down. It is your cobra pose. Hands can be by your rib cage. With your breath, you lift. Maybe you like it low, maybe you like it high. We're doing 2 more with your breath at your pace. Take your inhale, lift. Exhale, release down. We have 1 more. It's your inhale. Take your exhale. At the end of this one, meet in a child's pose. If you like to take a cow pat on the way back, feel free to do that as well. Give yourself a big stretch. Start bringing yourself all the way up. We're going to bring our legs through as we get ready to practice our boat pose. Feet are coming through. You can keep the feet down if you like that version. I'm keeping my feet down. Remember, you're free to lift the legs. It's more challenging. We would slide back, find the sweet spot, open up to your collarbone. You can always hold on to your thighs if that feels best. You can take your fingertips straight ahead, and then you have the option, lift a leg or keep it lower. Check in with your breath. Soften to your face. We bring ourselves all the way up. Give yourself a big stretch through the top of your head. Now we are doing 2 more. So when you're ready, we are sliding back. Hands can stay behind your thighs. They can reach. Remember, legs up or down. Maybe you do 1 leg at a time. Fingertips reach up. That's a little different version. It will feel different in your core. We bring ourselves up. Here comes the length through the top of your head. We have 1 more to go. You are gliding back. Once you're there, fingertips to the front, fingertips go up, or fingertips open to the outside. Remember the options, feet can be up or down. Bring yourself all the way up here. Sit up tall through the top of your head. Butterfly bound angle legs. Bottoms of the feet would come together. Sit up tall. Add your hinge. And again, remember, you can adjust your feet to wherever it works best for you. With your inhale, bring yourself up. We are getting ready to practice our bridge pose. I'll be grabbing my block. You always have the option to take the block underneath your hips. I like to use mine between my knees. It's a great option to keep your legs in alignment. Heels would be down on the floor. Arms are by your side. You would press down into your feet, lift your hips, and then walk your shoulders under if that feels good for you. Do pay attention to what's happening with your lower body. So, squeezing the block is a great option. It sometimes can take discomfort out of your low back. If you have a lot of tension in your low back, you might want to relax your hips a little bit. Sometimes we squeeze our glutes really tight, which causes pinching in our low back. And then check that your chin is lifted open. So think throat is open to the ceiling. You want to be aware of how high you lift it though. It is the back of your head is on the mat. We start bringing our hips down. We are doing one more bridge pose. If you decided to slide the block under your hips, you can keep it there. We're doing this one more time. When you're ready, you press into your feet, you lift your hips. Squeeze the block with your thighs if you placed it between your legs. Otherwise, you're lifting up. Shoulders can always walk under wherever it works for you. We are starting to bring our hips back down to the floor. Once they meet the floor, if you have your block, set it off to the side. Knees together, feet open up. It's a little reset for your low back. From there, it is windshield wiper legs as you take it one side to the other. Now, hopefully your block is still nearby. I am going to have us set the block underneath our sacrum, our lower back area, and we're going to take our feet up towards the ceiling. Now, if you find that uncomfortable, you do not have to add the block. It's just a nice way to add a little bit more to our inversion. So your hips would be on the block. You want to set yourself up, make sure your neck has no pressure, and then you would lift your feet up towards the ceiling. And what we want to pay attention to is toes are going to reach up towards the ceiling. Sometimes if they start coming in too close to our chest, that's when we're going to feel more pressure on our low back. So see if you can keep them going straight up. We're going to spread our toes apart, as far apart as they can. This is an inversion. And at the same time, I'm going to use it to stretch out our toes. So stretch, stretch, pinky toe all the way out. Let your toes relax. Little ankle circles in one direction. And now you take your ankle circles in the opposite direction. We point our toes towards the ceiling. We pull our toes towards our forehead. It is a point, and pull your toes down towards your forehead. Here is the point towards the ceiling, the pull down. Add your little ankle circles one more time. Your feet are going to start coming down towards the mat. We are going to keep the block underneath our hips, and you're sliding your right leg all the way out as you give yourself a hip flexor stretch. Now, if it's too intense, then I want you to come up. You can always take the block away. If you're not feeling anything, you want to make sure your toes are towards the ceiling as well as your knee. So your leg is straight up. And then can you relax a little bit through your rib cage? So if you tend to arch a lot, can you let your rib cage relax down? And we're giving ourselves our stretch through our hip flexor. Start sliding that leg in. Take the opposite leg out. So toes are towards the ceiling. Knee is towards the ceiling. You do want to check to see what your head is doing. If it started coming all the way down, level it out. And then give yourself a nice stretch through your hip right here. We start sliding the foot in. You can gently take the block out from under your hips. You might feel some tension in your low back. When you get there, really gentle. It can be knees together, feet open up, a gentle, gentle release for your low back. Little windshield wipers or large, which one feels best as you release any tension you may have got in your low back. We are taking butterfly bound angle legs. One more little stretch for our back. Bottoms of the feet come together. Knees open. Now, if at any time when you're reclining or seated and this bothers your hips or your knees, use your block for some support. Start bringing your knees up. Knees come in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug right here. Gently release your low back. We're still keeping the low back coming down on the floor. You might add a little rolling side to side. Let your shoulders come down. You are straightening out the right leg. We're going to take the left leg up towards the ceiling. A little hamstring stretch here. I forgot my strap. So if you have your strap handy, grab your strap, put it around the bottom of your foot. You can add your stretch there. Check to see the bottom of the foot is level, so you would be leveling out the bottom of your foot. We're opening the leg to the outside. Support yourself on your thigh as you open the leg. Or you have your strap, so you take the strap in the outside hand. Bring your leg to the center. We're taking the leg across the midline. You would switch the hand holding the strap, or if you do not have a strap, like me, I like to support my leg so my stretch only goes where it's appropriate for me. Bring everything back to center. Both your knees come in so we can take it to the other side. So you would have your strap. Hug the right leg. Left leg goes out. It is from here. You would take the strap around the bottom of your foot. Bottom of foot towards the ceiling is always really nice to use the strap with the bottom of the foot flat towards the ceiling. You would take the strap in your outside hand, open the leg to the outside. Really do your best to keep your hips down onto the mat. Bring your leg back to center. You would switch the hand holding the strap. Let the leg come across your midline. Give yourself your outer thigh, outer hip stretch here. Bring your leg back to center. You can set your strap off to the side. Bring both your knees in towards your armpits. Tailbone relaxes. Bottoms of the feet can go towards the ceiling. If you can reach the bottoms of the feet, add a little side to side rocking. You can always hold on to your lower legs if that feels better. This is our last stretch before Shavasana. If you would like to do any additional stretches, feel free to do that. Otherwise, you can start bringing yourself into your Shavasana as you let your feet come out towards the corners of your mat. Let your arms come down by your sides. You might need to do a little shimmying here and there to get yourself comfortable. You want to check back of the head is down on the mat. That means your throat is open towards the ceiling. Palms are up. That usually lets us relax our shoulders down into our mat. Feel your hips settle down into the mat and your legs relax. So feel free to let your feet fall open as you settle down into the mat. As you settle in, let your breath go at your own pace, your own rhythm. Continue allowing yourself to settle, relax down into your mat. Enjoy these last few minutes as you allow any tension to release. It could be releasing from your neck, your shoulders. You can release it from your hips. Soften your face. You can gently start adding some movement in your fingers and your toes. Take a deep breath, a long stretch. From there, your knees come into your chest as you gently take it over to your side and you reconnect with your breath. From there, we bring ourselves up into a comfortable seated position where we meet with our hands, heart center. With an inhale, we reach our arms up and return to heart center. And thank you all very much. Namaste.